Hello, welcome to the When I Have Spare Time podcast. My name is Frank, and I turned the volume down on my cell phone. Hopefully, um, we don't get disturbed by the escort I called 20 minutes ago. So I was reading the titles of these stories in the New York Post. One of them was, I'm not kidding, stimulus checks are being spent on dildos, tigers, guns, and stripper poles. That is a headline in the New York Post. I'm going to repeat that. Stimulus checks are being spent on dildos, tigers, guns, and stripper poles. Okay, so I don't know what the hell's wrong with the New York Post, but it's not a real newspaper, right? That right there just shows it's not a real newspaper. How much are these stimulus checks again? I mean, because like most of you aren't getting it. Um, God, what the stimulus checks? What was it? $1,400 to qualifying Americans? Okay, $1,400 to qualifying Americans. While trillions went to literally trillions went to big business in other countries. But some American citizens are getting $1,400. The whole thing's a racket. Whole thing's a sham. The whole thing's horrible. $1,400. Some Americans got it, while other countries and big business got trillions. So anyway, but back to the headline here. So with these stimulus checks, I don't know how they know that they're being spent on dildos. Is that what we're doing our research on? Is there a I don't know, part of the federal government that keeps track of how many dildos get sold? Because if that's true, that part of the government needs to be disbanded. How do we know how many dildos are sold? Who keeps track of this? Seriously, I want to know, because if this is a government-funded project, then we need a government overhaul. Well, we need a government overhaul anyway, but we keep track of how many dildos are being bought in this country. I mean, just porn alone is $1 billion industry, and that's just the movies. Porn alone is $1 billion industry. You know the way guys are. Very, very, very disappointing to the opposite sex, so of course dildos are being bought. Okay. I mean, and that just says a lot about men, actually, that like dildos are being, or flying off the shelf in record amounts, flying into vaginas. Anyway, and why not vibrators? Why dildos? You ever think about that? Why are dildos being sold and not vibrators? I wonder. I don't know. Probably because everyone's out of work. They can't afford batteries, or they don't want to run the electricity bill up. Okay, and so tigers, stimulus checks are being spent on tigers. How much do tigers cost? I'm just gonna guess. I'm gonna guess. Like, okay, like a French poodle. You get a French poodle from, okay, like your average French poodle. You can get one for $500. You get it from like a top-notch breeder. It could be up to like $3,000. Okay. So a tiger, we're gonna go in between 500 and 3,000. We're gonna say $2,000. Okay, so we're gonna say the average tiger probably costs $2,000, but that's not true. Okay, a tiger is the kind of pet something that like Mike Tyson would buy. A tiger is the kind of pet that like Michael Jackson would have. Like, this is like FU money type of pet. Okay, a tiger is the kind of pet you buy so you can just walk around and go, I have a tiger. Okay, oil tycoons in like Saudi Arabia have pet tigers. You have a pet tiger is FU money. You're telling me someone who just got a $1,400 check from the government is gonna buy a tiger with that? No. If anything, they're buying a knockoff tiger. They're buying like a fat cat with like black and white stripes that like someone painted on it. But that's it. You're literally buying an orange tabby with like black stripes on it. No one is buying tigers with the fucking stimulus check. What kind of story is this? Guns? Okay, I can understand a gun being bought for with the stimulus check. But ever since the lockdown, gun sales have what did they say? It was something like tripled. Anyway, gun sales have skyrocketed. Like over oh yeah, it was over 1 million guns have been sold since the lockdown. Sorry, I had to retract that statement. Since the lockdown, over 1 million guns have been sold, and it's probably more. It's probably more now. But you know, I'm just saying, like, a gun is something you could just buy with like, you know, a credit card and pay $12 a month. So I don't really know if stimulus checks are being used to buy guns. I don't know how they keep track of that. Like, when someone buys a gun, they do the background check. Do they go, are you using your stimulus check money to buy this? So how did they even know? Stripper poles? I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. How many women do you know have a stripper pole in their house? I can tell you how many I know. Zero. I've never known a woman that's had a stripper pole in her house. Name one woman that you know that owns a stripper pole. Think. None. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. Maybe they mean that stripper clubs are replacing their stripper poles. But what does a stimulus check have to do with this? You know? No one's buying a fucking stripper pole. If you need the stimulus check, are you really buying a stripper pole? Or maybe things are that bad that women are converting their garages to like little strip clubs. That's possible. Gotta make a living. Maybe like OnlyFans is like, you know, making women like having to like step their game up because so many women have an OnlyFans account now. You have to buy a stripper pole and actually do like a mini like stripper routine and film that and sell that on OnlyFans. That's okay. So the guns. Okay, no, because there's no way to prove that guns are being that the stimulus check is being used on guns. So there's no way to prove that. The stripper pole thing, I just don't see it. I can't see that being like a legit thing. The tigers, obviously no. Tigers cost several $1,000s. You need FU money to buy a tiger. The dildos, I don't know how the hell they would even know this. So this whole thing is invalid. Stimulus checks are being spent on dildos. No. Tigers. No. Guns. No. Stripper poles. No. The New York Post is trash. The New York Post is straight trash. A reputable news source would not print a story like this. There are no facts. There is nothing in this that is factually based. Okay? No one is keeping track of this stuff. When you buy a gun and they do a background check, they do not ask you where you got the money from. They don't ask you that. When you buy a tiger that costs like roughly like $20,000, I mean, like tigers, like you could buy a car instead of like tigers cost money. like you just don't buy a tiger. Super Bowls, no. Shit news. I tell you, man, shit news.